Okay, we're going to look at statistics and random sampling of a population. So let's begin with a few definitions. What is a population? Well, it's an entire group of people or objects that are under investigation. And a sample is just a part of the population. Now, when we look at samples, we have a random sample, we have a biased sample, and we have an unbiased sample. A random sample is a sample of a population in which every member is equally likely to be selected. So a biased sample is a sample that is not representative of a population and of which one or more parts of the population are favored. You'll see some examples of that pretty soon. And an unbiased sample, this is a random sample that is representative of a population. No one part is more representative or favored. So now let's look at some examples. Suppose you wanted to estimate the number of students at your middle school that walk to school. Which of the following would you consider to be an unbiased sample? 40 8th grade students, all students in the school orchestra, 150 randomly selected students at a school-wide pep rally, or the first 10 students that enter in the morning. Let's look at each of these choices separately. Considering that your population is all the students at your middle school, 40 8th grade students would not be representative. It's a biased sample because it's not representative of the population as a whole, and it favors 8th grade students over all other students. Okay, let's look at the next one. How about all the students in the school orchestra? That might be a lot, and so it's somewhat a good sample, but it's not a random sample because kids that are in the orchestra don't represent everybody at that middle school. What about the first 10 students that enter school in the morning? Well, that sample size is too small, and therefore the data that you collect from it would not provide an accurate representation of the population. The final choice is 150 randomly selected students at a school-wide pep rally. Well, the population, or the sample size here of 150 is very good. They're randomly selected, and that's key. Since all, if not most of the students in the school will be at the pep rally, the number of students is large enough sample and are chosen at random. This is the correct answer. Let's take a look at this. Developers are looking to build another large sports complex in your town. They want to know how local residents feel about it and the proposed location. Which one of these would provide the most reliable results? Well, you take a survey of 150 residents at random. You get 80 in favor and 70 not in favor. Or you survey 150 residents living in the neighborhood surrounding the proposed location of the sports complex. 65 in favor, 85 not in favor. So which one of those is going to provide the most reliable results? Again, look at the problem. Developers are looking to build another large sports complex, so there's probably already one there. They want to know how local residents feel about it and the proposed location. Local residents. That means all of the residents in that town. And that's your total population. So, what do you think? Well, the survey of 150 residents living in the neighborhood surrounding the proposed location of the complex might be somewhat biased. It is a sample, but it is a biased sample as they may reject the proposal due to noise and extra traffic in their neighborhood. Maybe they're just not sports fans. But surveying of 150 residents at random, this is most representative of the actual population, the residents of the entire town. So that survey is going to provide the most accurate results. Okay, well that ends this very brief introductory video to random sampling of a population. The real key is it needs to be a random sample and it needs to be unbiased. All right, enjoy the activity.